Zafar is wanting to know if Hazur had done mountaineering in his youth, and if so, are there any memorable souvenirs of any particular outing in the mountains?
Well, I did a lot of mountaineering. When I was in the first place, when I was a student of school, our father was very fond of mountaineering. So we used to go to Dalhousie and some other mountain hill stations like Palampur, like Manali. So much before my college days, I had seen all these places. And we used to go to the top of mountains. This was our craze. And we used to race with each other. Sometimes I won, sometimes others won. But we used to walk very fast on mountains. I'm amazed how I could make it. 6 miles per hour we could make on mountains. So mountaineering was my very favorite hobby. So when I came to college, then we went to Tibet, up to the border of China, and we had a very good party. Chaudhry Muhammad Ali Sahib was our supervisor, whatever his position was. Although I was not a student of his, but I was included in the team, and we had some very interesting, very memorable, strange things happening in those days. One thing I may tell you if you like to. Once we were returning from Manali to Kullu, this is 25 miles or 26 miles, and we were so dead tired because we were racing with each other, doing this and that, that one of us completely gave up. He said, nothing doing, I cannot take a single step forward now. So we didn't have time to take our shoes off. We just, with shoes, we pressed him, one after the other. We pressed him with our shoes, standing on him, and that did the trick at last. So he was sufficiently revived to return to our hotel, the place, rest house we were staying at, where we were staying. So I remember we ate some ordinary food, very ordinary food, kaddu dal and oven cooked bread. It was so delicious, being so hungry, amazingly delicious. But anyway, after that, we returned to our resting place, and we had to say our Maghrib Isha prayers. So Chaudhry Muhammad Ali Sahib led the prayer. I think it was in the Isha perhaps that during his prostration he went to sleep and fell sideways. And all of us, without exception, went to sleep like this. And in the morning, at Fajr prayer time, somebody stirred and I woke up. So I saw Chaudhry like this. Everybody was like this. So I had a good laugh. So my laughter made them wake up. So this was sometimes, this is what happens. That you're saying Isha prayer and it's morning time and you get asleep. But because it was a very tiring journey, very tiring. But in those young days we used to tolerate. So you have put me on a subject which is inexhaustible. Very beautiful memories of our mountaineering days everywhere, before school, before college and after college. It's a very long story. The mountain, the river between Kullu and Manali is absolutely amazing. It passed through some crevices of hard rock that was so short that you could perhaps make a long jump across. I mean, so short it looked. But it had gone deep into. So the spread out of the river, at one place it was about 1 mile, had all been squeezed into that small crevice, and it went through that. So imagine how violent it would have become. Amazing violence. And then gradually it all spread out again. So some beautiful memories are attached to the road between Kullu and Manali. It is full of fruits, natural fruits. You can eat any fruit on the way and nobody would stop you because they naturally grow. So that area, if you ever can make it, go to Kullu and Manali. It's a fantastic thing. I saw some English people there who had visited Kullu Valley for a while, but decided never to return to England. And they married there and they were settled there forever. Similarly, my own professor of Urdu from School of Oriental Studies, I once talked to him and he said, yes, I have been there. And he said, I have never been fascinated by a place more than the Kullu Valley. So there are very amazing things which are related to those memories. And the fruit was so delicious and so cheap that you can't imagine how cheap it was. Once we stopped for a while because somebody was going with some very nice pears, lovely pears, and they just melted in your mouth. So Dr. Hashmatullah Sahib was with us, so he gave him 2 annas. What would it be worth today? Less than a penny.
Yes.
So he said, where should I put it? Dr. Ansar said, where should you put it? Give it to me here like this. So he, getting angry at his stupidity, he thought he was stupid. For 2 annas, the whole basket was bargained for. So I put it like this and Dr. almost fell below. Then we had a good laugh and told him to put it in the back of the dicky. So this was a glorious place. I can talk on and on and on, and it's amazing how lovely it was. Right? What put you on that question? Put you on to that question? You did it? Why? Are you fond of mountaineering?
Fond of activities, various activities.
Huh?
Various activities.
Yes, please. Your turn, eh? Oh, I'm sorry. Translation, yes. Let me add a little bit to that. You know, there naturally grows small seeds of something very fragrant, which we put in pulao. I don't remember the name. Zira.
Yes.
Black zira and brown zira. That we put in pulao. It's very fragrant. And it's free. It grows in all natural bushes. And the smell is so beautiful, so appetizing at the same time. and the wind blows from top to bottom along the river, and every flower, everything turns one way. With the wind, it's swinging in the wind. Turns one way and then comes back, and then so the sight and the smell and fragrance of the thing is absolutely fantastic. Just you breathe that air and you will never be able to forget it.
Comment est-ce qu'on dit it's cumin, isn't it?
Hein?
Cumin, c'est...
Cumin, is it?
Yes.
Acha.
Mais comment on dit? C'est cumin, non, en français? Oui.
You know cumin, hein? Acha.
Alors, can Jesus still smell that zira even now?
Whenever I have a good pulao with that zira, I always remember that place.